Put your hands together for the man himself, Otara's finest freestyler, Tihei!
It's like I want to hit on that subject about the tall Samoa versus Kiwis.
Yeah, man. Good.
You want my honesty about it, Uso?
Yeah, be honest, Uso.
I didn't pay attention to the booing. For those that reacted, they lost. I know we cannot control someone else's predicament or what they think of how the haka should be perceived or how a celebration is looked at. Too much pride gets in our way. Once we let emotions overtake us, it's gonna override us. I know with like the stats of a Māori or Islander not talking to each other, not connecting. That's a 20% in New Zealand, why we cannot get along. But us being friends, that's the 80% Uso. We have to think outside the box. Do you know why people were booing that haka? Because they're stuck inside the house. It's easy to be offended, but how hard is it to control the emotions underneath all that?
That's a good one.
If you were to, like, if I was playing and people were booing me, I'll be like, hey! I'll be like, love you too. You gotta take it. You gotta take it on the chin if you just want to win. The majority of now polys in the NRL is more bigger than what it was in our days. Remember?
Yeah, I know.
But the game has evolved. But I love watching Tō Samoa and Mate Matonga and them play. Why? Because all their players are coming back to play for them. They're turning their back on the Kangaroos or the Kiwis. Kangaroos and Kiwis have been dominated for a long time. But now with the Mate Matonga, Tō Samoa, and all these island teams,
it's making for interesting games now, eh?
it's interesting because I used to be a fan of State of Origin. I'm Queensland to the death, but I love watching Mate Matonga versus Tō Samoa now. It's the best of the best. Toko versus a Uso. But I'm autistic. I've been through the struggle. I've been through the wars. I've been through the juggles. But if I can make it, so can you. That's what I say, Charlize. Make your dream come true. Peace.
Oh, man, props. Mandate. Welcome to Mandate, where we navigate fresh perspectives and nothing is off the table. Tonight's guest is from Tāmaki Makaurau. He is from 274 Otara, but also known as the home of the brave. He is an amazing individual who happens to be a freestyler, a rapper, but also music extraordinaire, philosopher, but also a man who's a wealth of knowledge, but also a man who has an incredible story to share. Please put your hands together for the man himself, Otara's finest freestyler, Tihei!
Mahalo, talofa, malava.
Also, hey, that's been a long time coming, Tihei, because, you know, obviously we've kind of seen each other along the journey, and obviously the opportunities has come, and I'm so glad it's come, and I'm so glad you're here to grace us with your words of wisdom, but also your story and the journey thus far for you. Also, is for me and I'm not just saying it for the sake of saying it to you, because I've seen your work, I've seen your freestyling, and it's incredible. It's incredible. It is incredible. So where do we start? Because we can start anywhere. And I know you have this incredible wealth of knowledge in terms of your aspect and how you see the world and how you view the world. And so I thought, just to get the ball rolling, Tihei, because freestyling, you know, often people think freestylers are in the States or somewhere else, or the Black African American culture and so forth. But you do it well. There's some freestyles you hear like, yeah, cool, but you do it exceptionally well, and you articulate it very well. And so rapping, what was it? What was the whole deal around rapping and then becoming a freestyler? Take us back to where it all kind of began for you.
You want my honesty, Uso?
Yeah, Uso.
I never wanted to be a rapper. I've always wanted to be an actor. Like, you look at the Dwayne Johnson, man, he's killing it. That was the path I wanted to have. But how I became a rapper was I simply said no to a robbery back in 1998. And why I said no, because at the time I was young, about 14, turning 15. I was going through a lot of hurdles in my life, a lot of trials and tribulations. I wasn't happy with my home life. Wasn't like, I didn't really have any directions. And so when I said no to this one day, I didn't know what to do after that, after I said no and ran away, until I went to a youth seminar 3 days later at our community centre. Our community centre is probably like the OMAC of Otara. And so they had a huarangatahi, and that was for the youth that were just going through troubles at home, that was just like struggling to like fit in their household and all that stuff. So I happened to be like one of the kids. I said, yes, I'd love to go to that. And so I went there by myself. And that's how it started, was I said no to a robbery.
So you said no to a robbery, and then all of a sudden, well, did you just pick up a mic, or did you start kind of
I'll tell you this, bro. You remember when Tupac released that album, All Eyes on Me?
Yeah.
Man, that was a banger. You know that also. All eyes on me. And so after his unfortunate tragedy, just like him and Biggie Smalls, I just wasn't interested in rapping because of like, look what happened to them. And sometimes people's words can be absurd to other people and it plays that big effect. So I was in the path of being a nerd. I was a nerd at school also. I was a fast kid. I was nerdy. I was like always I wanted to play rugby. And when it came to rapping, I was like, do I see myself doing this? But I had no other choice because of what I just said. It was either like following that footpath or going down the wrong lane, or finding my own lane and expressing myself. So I chose to go down my own lane and express it.
Wow.
And I want to say shout outs to Jermaine Witihira. Happy birthday from yesterday, my bro, and the cousin Hayden Clark. If anybody wants to know who those guys are, they got me started January the 13th, 1998.
Jeez, so is it what you just started jotting down rhymes, or was it just kind of like, because you do, because obviously not everyone can freestyle. There's those who can studio rappers. You hear this studio rappers, and then you get some guys who just they know the link into the linguistics. They just know it off the top of their heads. But you got it down pat, man. And so did you just what did you have to do? What did you in terms of the practice? And it was just every day, because you sounds like you just like, man, you know what, I made the choice. Now I'm just gonna just go 100 and just go hard out.
I was just like any other kid trying to find an acceptance. If you grew up where I grew up in the far north, if you know what rejection felt like, then you know what ignored was like. So I didn't really have any other options. And I'm not putting that on certain people, but I'm just saying it happened in every person's life. I had to practice similar to like the also movement, Mr. Sick, Sid Diamond, poetic. You cannot be successful without practicing at first. I might be a natural at this, but it took me ages. Because at first, I was like, yeah, right, but can I take my mind? And it took years of process. When you put in the work, once you put in the effort, the dedication that you put into your craft will inspire you to do either great things with it or turn your back on it. Gee. And I had an older brother. He was talented than I am. But in life, just life choices puts us in different directions of our destination and where our fate leads us to. And it's in everybody's household. I didn't want to become a rapper, but I did it because I was ignored. And when I got to high school at Kotara College, I was loved because I had friends that cared and loved me. And half of these dudes that loved me, and it didn't matter what color they were, Māori, Pacific Islander, European, it doesn't matter. They showed love at a time when I needed it.
Yeah. Wow, man.
So my freestyling wasn't born out of like doing this. My freestyling career started out of rejection.
Jeez. And that's interesting. And I do like the part, and I appreciate that part when you're saying that anything, your craft, it requires hard work. I like it, and dedication. But you're saying that because some people often think, oh man, I'm into rapping because I love it. I find the joy in this. I play sports because I love it. It's my natural inclination to be good at this sport and so forth. But you're saying it was out of birth, out of rejection. And you mentioned early on, Tihei, because you're saying that, man, life wasn't, growing up was, rejection, and also it seemed like it was really hard. Well, take us back to that, because what was happening? Because what was happening at home? Because people don't know, hey, or do people know that your father?
Everybody knows who my father is. It's just some people didn't understand, like, and I'm not putting it on my old man at all. I love my old man. But it happens in a lot of our houses. Is the biggest defeat in our poly community. We have all this confidence, we have all this hardness about us, but where's the love at? Some of us had to go out on the street and find it. And most of us have to find it in a place where if it ain't in the home, it'll probably be elsewhere. And it's like I said in my poem. I said this: every moment challenged me to stand on my feet. My dad was at home, but my father was on the streets.
And so for those who don't know who your dad is, they think, oh, who? So for those who are living under a rock, Tihei, because obviously your full name, Tāmati Waka Nene Harawira.
Tihei Te Oronga Tāmati Waka Nene. My old man's hone. I grew up at a time when the hikoi in our community was so huge. Wow. Coming up in 2 days or so. Guess who I met on November 13th, 1995? Nelson Mandela.
Are you serious? Oh, man.
St. Matthew's Church opposite the Sky City we saw. And guess who gave him a hongi? Shay Fu's dad, Uncle Tingy. Tingy Lau Les.
Yeah, Little Les, yes.
Yeah. I was right there. I was about 12 years old at that time. And just hearing him talk, just hearing him like share his philosophy was like, wow. And that's the life that I grew up in. Because in every household, especially in our family or anybody else's family, leadership is passed down to the next generation to like lead in front of our people. But to me as a kid, I didn't want that life. I didn't want to like embrace it, because what would be the consequences if I was to embrace it? What would be the outcome to it? And what is the narrative being painted as? What's the picture on the wall? You see this picture of Ronaldo at the back? That's just like him going about his dream. It's like you with this podcast, a mandate. You started it from nothing and now it's turned into something because that's your dream. I just wanted to like live life, and a couple of years after I faced challenges a lot more. Then I got shifted up to Tihei. Shout outs to Tihei up in here. Yeah. Tihei actually saved me from a life of reckoning, and they actually turned my life around. Thank you to the Marae Potai. Thank you to all those that raised me as a kid. Love you, Auntie Tari. Rest in peace, Uncle Pat. Kia ora, John. Rest in peace to cousin Matator, Auntie Tari's boy, and all the family all the whānau that raised me up in Tihei. Tihei is like a place of 200 people. So, like, what's your village in Samoa, for example?
Oh, Whalatai. Whalatai is mom's and my dad's one's Lefanga. And so, yeah, and, obviously I was born here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, but so, props to those who are holding it down in the village, but also the village in here, the whole
exactly. So, like, Tihei is like Lefanga.
Yeah.
Otara is probably like, what's your dad's village?
Oh, my dad's village Lefanga, but mom's Whalatai.
Whalatai. So, every place is like home to everybody. And when we get placed on this earth, it's just who you become defines you and your character.
It's BT here from the Mandate, and just wanted to acknowledge AOKNZ, which stands for Acts of Kindness. They are an organisation that runs suicide prevention, intervention, and wellbeing training up and down the country. And so they help equip and teach people to have these life-supporting conversations. And they are proud sponsors of the Mandate podcast and in partnership with Mandate Podcast. And so give them a call or give them a browse on online, AOKNZ.
Being around the likes of the late Eva Rickard, Dame Fenna Cooper, all of them for what they stood up for. My grandmother, Tihei Harawira. My grandmother, Tihei, met Malcolm X. Who can say that?
Man.
So
Jeez, man. So you're saying because obviously the Harawira, and it's obviously the name's renowned. Obviously people know. And so and he's your dad, and so you chose to go the opposite. You went against the grain. Tihei, you just said no, because I know we talked earlier on, and you said no, I chose my own freedom. And so for people who are thinking, you can't do that, because people said no, that's
yeah, I hear that term. You can't do that, but that's absolute bull, because everyone can do it because it's called choice. Everyone has a choice, and I love my old man. I love my mom. I just didn't want that life.
How did they take it when you said, I don't want this, I don't want any part
They
of
didn't
this?
know it. Only I did it. And everything that in my life has happened for a reason. Being the grandson of John Tihei Harawira, who was in the Māori battalion, I didn't get to meet him. He died before I was even born. That's my dad's father. My grandfather, Bill Harkyard, on my mum's side, was from England. I went to England last year. Yes. And for me as a young person, nobody knew it except I did. I had to take the risk by not saying it to anybody.
And how old were you?
11.
11 years old. That's got to take some sort of, in terms of as young as you are, as back then, as an 11-year-old, to make that conscious decision to say, you know what, I choose freedom. I want nothing to do with this kind of path. That's their own path. I decided to make my own path. Man, that's coming from an 11-year-old Tihei.
Yeah, because
what did you see? What made you make that decision? Like, no, this is what I need to do.
all my it was branded into us as youngins. I've been a part of it a long time. And I saw what directions my cousins were going, or certain family members were going. We tend to fight for it, but we forget one most important factor in our life. We love loyalty and show it, but where's our freedom? That's why I chose a different path. It wasn't because of my mom and dad or dad. I did it for me, because being a young kid and with autism, being fidgety, that was me life. And a couple of years later, I lost my first cousin to suicide, Tihei Harawira. He was supposed to be our leader. And he passed away to some unfortunate circumstances. And in families, whether you're Māori or Pacific Islander or European, whatever, we tend to live up to the expectations, the standards. And once we show loyalty, we are inherited with it. And I didn't want that. I didn't want that reality. I wanted a path for me. I know a few people are going to be mad at what I'm saying, but who cares?
Good on you. Good on you. You're right.
And some people be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And I say, if you got an issue with me, go back to your own family and forgive them first.
Yeah. And so you said earlier on that no one knew as a young and as a boy, no one knew except for you.
Yeah.
And so now that you're obviously as a man now, and what your father has witnessed and so forth, have you had any backlash? Because they can see, oh no, this guy's gone a different path, or have people kind of embraced it? No, he's his own man. He does his own thing. I respect that.
It took a while with relatives of mine to accept it because they were affected by it. But it was my choice to begin with. Like I said, choice. And when I was raised by my auntie Tari, my dad's sister, she basically taught me to become who I wanted to be. And her late husband, Uncle Pat, was my first ever father figure. And he showed a lot of interest in my life. And he taught me how to become a rugby player. I didn't know what rugby was. I only just watched it on TV. All you need to do is just turn on the TV in 1992, watch the All Blacks say, come at that gold. And then in 1993, when All Blacks played against Manu Samoa and Uncle Peter Fatelofa, Manuia Lamalanga, Uncle Pete, was playing, that was the year I picked up the rugby ball. And it was all because of Uncle Pat. And we had a relationship for 7 years. And being around this person showed me like how to condition me, how to cheat, taught me how to go out and get your goals. And I was 17 in 2000 when he passed. And once he passed away, it was just like the rugby career I wanted. Because you know what it's like for us young pollies. You either want to be an All Black, Manu Samoa, Ikalatahi, Fiji and all that. You got that burning desire. But when you lose the mentor that showed you love, you feel lost.
Yeah. It's kind of like Mike Tyson and Castamaro, eh?
Exactly. And he passed away 40 years ago this year. So in saying that, when you lose someone that showed you love like that, you tend to go down a different path. But before he died, 2 years before he passed, I learned how to rap, like I said, in 1998. And he passed away in 2000. So I actually had a backup without even knowing I had a plan B.
Jeez.
And I got moved to Whangarei at the end of 2000. And I want to say shout out to Leighton Berryman, Norman Berryman's little brother. Yeah. Leighton took me in and just like introduced me to a whole lot of peeps. Just took me as the way I was and just let me be me. And if I played up, he'd be like, cut it out, cut that crap out. So he introduced me to a lot of people, and my best friend, Isaac Weongi, till this day, that's my main man. Love you, Isaac. Shout out to you and the family over in Blacktown. Oh, no, Mount Druitt.
Yeah.
And everybody thinks being a rapper is easy.
Oh, no.
Hell no.
Yeah, and I can imagine now, man.
Bro, this game comes with a lot of struggles, a lot of tribulations, but also a lot of sacrifices. And you got to expect it if you want that dream to be a reality.
Jeez.
I'm not above you, so I'm not above anybody. I'm just a trier like yourself. Why did this Mandate podcast become what it is? Because you tried it. That's success. Once you try it, you can do it. Once you be it, you guarantee it. Like I said, the first 5 years of freestyling, I wasn't as great. But the more I practiced, the more I learned. The first 5 years, from 1998 to 2003, I was picking it up. But I had to be around the right people to pick it up. So Leighton became the backbone of what I lost out of Uncle Pat once he passed away, and became that father figure. And even though he was my best friend, he's my older brother, he took me down that road. And him and Isaac showed love for me. Shout out to Thomas, Luke, the Toko Peter for Pawhaiva, congratulations, Pete, for when baby comes. Salute to you, my doko. And just a whole bunch of good people. They took me in. I was from the country of Tikau, and they lived in Whangarei. And I'm talking like Otangarei, Onarahi, all these places. But they took a country boy in and just made me who I am.
That's cool. I like that, Tihei, because you're right. In terms of surrounding yourself with good people, hey, you need to be around good people who are going to nurture, who's going to encourage you, and just love on you, and just instill some good values. And so, I hope you don't mind me going back, because you mentioned autism, and so back in our days, we grew up with, we didn't hear much about autism, but nowadays we're hearing a lot of that creep up in terms of helping, having the conversation around autism and so forth. How was it for you? Because you say you couldn't sit still, you were fidgeting. How was it for you? Did you think that, hey man, is there something wrong with me, or was this just, this is my superpower? Or how did people respond to you or react to you?
I was different.
Yeah.
I was very different, to the point where certain people knew it, but other people didn't. And when you go through that tough time as a kid, being fidgety, all that stuff, having a photographic memory like mine, no one sees that out of you until they know what it's like to be you. Man,
were you bullied and all that?
Absolutely.
Because you know how people, man. Some of us, man, can be cruel, man.
Man, I got bullied all the time. But without being bullied, I wouldn't be here now.
Yeah.
You gotta face what it's like to get bullied, or be a bully to others. I was getting bullied, and I got tired of it, and no one listened, so I ended up being a bully. I know I cannot change what I've done, but what I can do is change the narrative for the people in the prisons now, and help them engage in a path where, once you go down that path, you're not gonna like what you get, and that's that effect. But everything all starts in the home. And like I said, picking freedom over my own at 11 years old, over my mom and dad and my 5 sisters and my 1 brother, I had to. Yeah. This was a choice.
Yeah. Like what you said, choice. And it's a bold choice. Because you know how people, regardless of tangata whenua or Pacifica, man, you go outside the lines of all the confinements of, hey, this is ainga or whānau or family. This is how we do it as a culture. And you go outside those borders, man, people think, hey, what's wrong with this guy? Toe the line, man. You need to come back, toe the line. Yeah. But I love it. You said it's my choice. And you made that choice. That's courageous, Tihei. And because you've made that choice, do you see the fruits? Are you happy with the choice that you've made?
Absolutely.
Amen, brother.
Look at it, bro. Me and you, Pity, me and you, also, we got a friendship out of this. And that's from making that, not only the choice and the decisions, but it's choosing your destination. It's choosing your dedication. Dedication is your destination, or distractions is your reaction.
So what I'm gauging from that, Tia, is that there's a lot of us, and I'm talking more so our men, who are distracted. And would that be a fair comment as to why a lot of us, a lot of our men, it's a lot of the stats in terms of our people, our tangata whenua and Pacifica, some of those stats are alarming, and some of those stats are we're kind of scraping the barrel. Is it because we're distracted, or, like you said, the home starts at the home? What do you think? What are your thoughts?
It is effective on our mental health.
Yeah.
How many family members have you lost to suicide, Mauso?
Well, yeah. One was very close, but I have lost a few friends. Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers, condolences to their family. Us Māoris call, in Māori we call it whakamomori. That's suicide. It's a damaging effect to our wairua, our tinana, and our hinengaro because we're so mamai, so mawiwi, so pouri. Yeah, pick up the bottle, have a smile. Yeah. But behind that smile and that bottle or that cigarette you puff, what's actually going on? What's the damaging effect? What's the long-term effect? We're unable to talk is because there's too much pride in front of us.
Yeah.
No matter if you're Māori or Pacifica, us polys struggle. And I learned at a young age to engage with fear, you got to learn what it's like to not live with fear. Too much of our people have too much pride, but pride is born out of fear, just like ego. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a big one. That's a massive one. Oh, and especially our people, eh?
Exactly.
A lot of pride and a lot of ego, man. And
it's like I want to hit on that subject about the tall Samoa versus Kiwis.
Yeah, man. Go. Yeah, man.
You want my honesty about it, Uso?
Yeah, be honest, Uso.
I didn't pay attention to the booing. For those that reacted, they lost. Emotional stress. I know we cannot control someone else's predicament or what they think of how the haka should be perceived.
Yeah.
Or how a celebration is looked at. Too much pride gets in our way. Yahoo! Jada! Kia ora, babe! Bulabanaka! All this stuff. But once we let emotions overtake us, it's going to override us. I know with like the stats of a Māori or Islander not talking to each other, not connecting. That's a 20% in New Zealand. Why we cannot get along. But us being friends, that's the 80% Uso.
Yeah.
We have to think outside the box. Do you know why people were booing that haka? Because they're stuck inside the house.
Oh, jeez, man.
I'm just being honest, Uso. Whether you're Samoan, whether you're Māori and all that.
Yeah, right out here, you can hear some people watching this. Boo! Man, some people, it's just going to be, oh, man, yeah, I love your honesty, man.
Why I'm saying this is this. We got so much pride in us, whether you're a Samoan, whether you're Tongan, whether you're Māori, whether you're Fijian, Cook Islander, Tokelauan, Niue, Micronesia, Melanesia,
yeah.
Polynesia. It's easy to be offended, but how hard is it to control the emotions underneath all that?
Oh, man. That's a good one.
If you were to, like, if I was playing and people were booing me, I'll be like, hey. I'll be like, love you too. You got to take it. You got to take it on the chin if you just want to win.
Oh, man. But, and I tell you what, Tia, because obviously you and I know, there's going to be differences of opinions. They're going, oh, man, there was it's kaka. These guys are talking about kaka. And you're right, we're just taking it on the chin. And who cares, eh? Who cares? Yeah. We're going to get that. But the emotions, because as our tane, our men, sometimes you're right, our emotions override our logic and our rationale that we get. And I'm seeing it. I'm seeing those comments. I'm seeing that banter. Obviously, banter. Yeah, we would like to have a good laugh, bit of mock each other. But I'm seeing some stuff coming out of the woodworks. It's like, whoa, oh man, what's going on here? Even to the point where now we're fighting each other. Like you said earlier on, we're fighting each other. We're now becoming enemies, and all these racist comments are like, what's going on here, man? We're brothers.
We are brothers, but we're also disconnected.
Yeah.
And for our people that are disconnected to each other, there's nothing we can say about it except accept it. Because what is that? What's that saying? You can't lead a horse
to water. Oh, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't get. It's up to them to drink it.
Yeah. So everyone is different. only the person who's got that mindset of hate or being racist can turn their narrative around by making a change for themselves. It starts with yourself. It's like I said, why did I pick freedom at a young age? It starts with myself. Why did you invent this podcast? It starts with yourself.
True.
And that's the battle that we have with mental health for our men. Like we've been from Otara, like Poly City, the Otara capital, the Poly capital of New Zealand. Man, you got Tongans, Samoans, you got them all, but it's a beauty. You got the interactions, you got the couples coming together from different islands, all that stuff. But it's good. But it's also a turning point for some people that not feeling the connection. Like I said, that 20%. It could be 25% or 30%. Then there's that 70% of us getting along. We either get along or we'll never go forward. Because we're too stuck. We're too stuck backwards. So when the game happened between Toa Samoa and Kiwis, and they booed the haka, too much emotions in there. Or what about when Jerome Luai? Shout outs to him.
Yeah.
I remember when after Queensland beat them. Shout outs Queensland. Maroons, baby. Sorry, I know you're New South Wales. No, but what I remember his comment after everybody was bragging him. Do you know what he said after the State of Origin was finished?
What did he say?
All good, guys. I see you guys at work. Do you know what he actually meant? Back to life. Back to reality.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, back to reality, man.
Exactly. But everybody got offended. Their panties don't everything. Too much emotions. You just got to post it up on there. Yeah.
No, that's a fair comment because I know Jerome Luai gets a lot of hate, man. People say, "Oh, he's a grub," and I hate this guy, blah blah blah.
But it's how the media portray him.
Yeah, man.
Our biggest defeat in the poly community is how media creates their story. Man, you've been from Aotearoa,
Yeah,
you see how they treat us. You see that American fellow or that tourist that came in and goes, the most dangerous neighborhood in New Zealand, Aotearoa. What?
Yeah, I think I saw that one. Yeah, I'm here. This is the most dangerous.
You know what makes Aotearoa dangerous? The 6 o'clock news. Because what happens in Aotearoa is the same thing that happens in GI, Avondale, Henderson, Manurewa, any place. Just because we live in these certain parts of this community, media have the power to divide and conquer. And they have the power to make the innocent look guilty and the guilty look innocent.
Man, now you're speaking some fire there.
I got offered $1,000 years ago to mock Israel Folau in a rap. After his stat came up about that thing.
Yep. The stance, he took a stand.
Yeah. But I said no to it. Because it's how media writes the story. It's how they make the story up. Whatever they say and whatever you buy, that's selling it. Because you just bought it.
And it makes for a good story. It makes for a good putia.
It is. Denzel Washington said this: if you don't read the paper, you're uninformed. If you do read it, you're misinformed.
Jeez. Yeah, well, that's mainstream media, and we'll look at it now.
So this podcast here is truth. I love truth because it brings the best out of people. It brings like the human out of the person. You as a podcast person, you're human. I'm human. Those who are behind the cameras are human. But it just shows the brighter we become, the better we feel. Like you said about our mental health. 2 weeks ago, I led a hikoi for suicide awareness up in Kaitaia. A hikoi for mental health and suicide awareness. And I did I did the very first one in Kaitaia. It was motivated by Manurewa. Shout outs to the people of Manurewa, 267 in the house.
Yeah.
Because they started it. They started off the whole hikoi for mental health and suicide. And then not long after that, Otara. And when I was so inspired by the movement of Otara and Manurewa doing it, I decided to do it for King's birthday weekend, June the 1st.
Yeah.
So I just rallied a whole bunch of people, like gang members. On our march, we had cops, we had black powers, we had tribesmen. We had a whole bunch of people.
Wow, man.
But you know why? Why we were brought together? Because mental health is more important than the division that we face in our community and our environment.
It's good, man.
That's what we face on a regular. Oh, yeah, bro, he wears the wrong colors, but I can't click with him. Oh, he's a cop, bro. I don't mess with people with uniforms. Oh, he's a patch member. I can't talk to a gangy. That's why we did this whole thing. To bring it together. To see who's the bigger person and not the bitter person.
Jeez. And that's cool. That's cool, like you said, bringing us together. Because you're right. There's a lot of division. Obviously, mainstream media plays a big part of Tihei, yeah. So how do we do it? How do we, because sometimes we can get together for a big event, and then we go back, like you said, go back to reality, go back to our day-to-day, 9 to 5, whatever it is, our families. And then this connection, like you said earlier, this connection again is, he's not part of us. He's not part of our crew. He's not this and that. How do we maintain that? Like fully maintain that so that wherever we go, that hey, and regardless of whatever creed or race or color, there's love there, man. There's unity there.
It starts in the house, and it starts with the way you think, and it starts with the choices you make for yourself or people around you. And also, it will help your mental health. We've faced division a long time between Māoris and Pacifica. You've seen it also.
Yeah, man.
Why is there division?
Yeah, why is that? That's a good question.
You want to know why?
Why?
The damaging effect to what loyalty does to certain people in the public eye. When we tend to show loyalty, some can be ignorant about it. Some choose to be fearful about it. Some people choose to hide behind it. That's what's dividing our people. I got a chance to live with a Samoan family.
Yeah, tell us, because I know you lived there for several years.
5 years. Shout out to the Liangwai family. Manuel Lamalanga, Uncle Jerry Liangwai. Manuel Lamalanga, Uncle Randall Liangwai. Auntie Rita Liangwai. Just whaftai lava to Auntie Celia, Uncle Jerry, to the kids, B, Wayne, Jerry, Samantha, Randall, and Charlie, and Little John for taking me in and just giving me a place to stay and teaching me stability. Of Uncle Jerry, oh man. Wow. What can I say about this dude? Gave me my first ever car. Because every time I got to his house, son, I don't like you walking with that bag. Because I would walk from the bus stop in Otara all the way down to Franklin Road also.
What the heck?
With a luggage bag. And he's like, son, I don't want you to do that. And he taught me so much, eh? I could just say that I'm very blessed to meet him because I first met him at a tangi back in 2008, and I heard the story about, oh, you gotta meet Uncle Jerry. Like, he's fresh off the boat from Samoa. So I met him. Some of the family didn't want to meet him. And I'm not sure why. No, he was a national treasure to me. Him and his wife, their 6 kids, what they faced. Like, for a lot of islanders to move from the islands to New Zealand for a better life and for better education, they're faced with racism. They're faced with being bullied. They're faced with being not accepted. And that goes out to a lot of our families that still fight it. And when the chips are down and you got to knuckle up, you got to do what is necessary to survive. And I learned this from a Samoan family, and it was good. They taught me so much. And being an advocate for autism, I can say this: they were never bullies. They were a family that had to fight against the bullying.
Wow, man.
Because I had 4 father figures in my life. Yeah. I want to put this out there. Tihei Harawira is my dad, but I had 4 fathers. Paturamaka, Tamiwi Hongi, Tim Rapira, Jerry Liangwei. They're all gone now. It's this funny pathway, funny road that we go down called life.
Yeah.
We're all born to die one day.
And yeah, man. And so there's 4 pillars, those men.
Yeah.
Obviously instrumental in your life and your journey. So Jerry seems like he was the last kind of influence. And so and it's interesting because I always had to kind of ask, and we had another guest, Maya Wilson, another amazing netballer Māori,
Yeah.
and she lives with a Samoan family as well. But tell us the whole experience in terms of living in Jerry, because it sounds like she was such a big part of you in terms of your growth and learning.
He was a big part of my growth and learning. You know why also? The definition of interacting. Interaction. Interacting. What the hell? Interaction. And he introduced me to a lot of Samoan families that I got to meet. The Palongas. Whaftai lava to the Palonga e Ainga o Aiono as well.
Yeah, they all see.
Bro, love to all of them, bro. And they taught me so much. But being a marae boy that I am, that's where Tekau came in. Tekau saved my life and raised me on the marae. Yeah. Why do you think I was able to interact with this family from Samoa or the islands? Because I was raised on the marae. The marae saved my life. The marae taught me discipline, taught me how to overcome, taught me not to hold grudges, taught me respect the values. It was like living with Uncle Jerry. He taught me the same too. Yeah, I missed them all, man. I get emotional just thinking about all 4 of them because of their lasting impact that they had on my life. People know me as a rapper, but do they actually know the story?
Yeah.
Or what it took to become a rapper, and where did I come from? One thing Uncle Jerry taught me was this: don't let anybody take advantage of you. And so when I go busking now and then, some people pull out the camera. Like, say, for example, you just donated a coin, 10 cents to hear me freestyle. That's a freestyle. But other people pull out the camera running to record, but they forget the support. And I have to tell them, if you're not here to support me, please don't record me. As simple as that. It's just I'm not being biased, but this is my survival.
Yeah.
This is my reality. I'm not trying to brag you. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm just being honest with you. Because when they had an issue, if one of my cousins, like B, Samantha or Randall or Wayne or Jerry or Charlie had issue, they'll address it to me face to face, kanohi to kanohi. Yeah. They wouldn't make you feel out of place. They'll make you feel comfortable by putting you in your place and setting the record straight.
And how many people can do that now? Because sometimes we kind of hold grudges, and then you kind of put on like kind of two-face. Oh, hey man, hey brother. And then when they're gone, but this family sounds like a really special family.
Well, like I said, bro, like look what they had to overcome. Look what they've had to endure. And for my cousins, Wayne, B, and Samantha, now residing in Australia, love you fellas. Love you, my cousins. I miss you fellas. Everybody starts off somewhere. They stayed in a little place in Otara with only like a few rooms and all that, and a lounge. All three of them have their own houses in Australia. So when you come from nothing, it's how you build something, but everything starts in the heart. So I was grateful to have Uncle Jerry Leongwai in my life. I remember when I got word about his sickness back in 2017, I took him up north, introduced him to his family. He didn't even know, but they knew him.
Because he was half Māori, eh?
Yeah, half Māori, half Samoan.
Wow.
And I took him to Whakapara, where we come from. And he's a nihua like me. I'm a nihua. I just took him to the Urupa and introduced him to the Adams family that he comes from. He was so blown away, him and his wife. Now, we got a picture together at the marae. And if I play it up, he'll tell me. That was straight up with me, just like Auntie Tari was. And I felt comfortable with people that were honest with me. I used to be afraid, but then I got used to it. Because I wasn't comfortable around people. I was too insecure to be around honesty, because I was only used to being around dishonest people.
Oh man!
But you got to experience that part. You know what I mean? Everyone thinks, oh, he's had the success. I've never been successful. I'm just driven. I'm dedicated. I'm focused. I'm a believer. I'm confident. CONFIDENT, confident. It starts with yourself. It's how much you're willing to sacrifice it all to try and go out there and do it. I've opened for Africa Bambata. I've opened for Big Daddy Kane. Hell, I did a track also with Master Ace. But people say, oh, he's successful. But you look at Sid Diamond, when he was young Sid, and his album was called The Truth.
Jeez. Yeah, it was. Yes, Sid Diamond, yeah.
He did a song with Chameleonaire, who was hot property at that time.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
Like Mr. Sick.
Mr. Sick, yeah. Props to the...
Shout out to the bro there.
Yeah.
He did a song with Chuck D.
What?
There's a lot more success than me, but we're just hardworking people that went out there and reached our goals. And our goal was never to believe we're better. Our goal was to go out there and do it and be in that moment. This whole podcast also, this is the moment. You only get to live once. You know that.
Yeah, hard out, man. I hear you, man. I hear you, and I agree. You're right. We're born to die, and we just live once. So whilst we're still here on Earth, you make the most out of it. But I do like what you said, because you had lived with so many dishonest people that it was hard when someone just put you in your place and said, and honest. Man, that's a good one. That's powerful because because of all that honesty embedded in you, and because these people were good people. Now you have this, I don't know, you have this kind of skill that I just be straight up, honest, and there's no fear of any backlash because this is who you are.
Exactly.
I'm honest. I don't lie about anything. There's nothing to hide. I like that, man.
I nearly got kidnapped at a young age. Straight up. Yeah, it happened at 8 years old. That's why everything I put into my music,
Yeah, what?
it all happened. I've been through it all. I've been through the wars also. But what separates me from a few other people, with my work with autism as well, is the strength and the power of forgiveness.
Jeez, man, you must be reading my mind, Tia, because it seems like it's been the word for this past week. Forgiveness.
Ask me why a lot of our people struggle.
Why?
Why is there so much emotions? Why was that person bullying the haka? Why was that person being racist towards an islander? If we're unable to forgive our own, then it all leads back to the home. The strength within yourself to make it starts with the little steps of forgiveness. That's what it comes down to. I sat down with a man that killed my mom's brother. It wasn't about like showboating, yeah, I did it. It was about making peace because there wasn't no peace. It's like I said, the difference between loyalty and freedom. The caption says it. Once you're too loyal, you're too caught up in it. You're too trapped. It will restrict you and it will limit you. I sat down with a man and it took his conversation. He just said, "Do you hate me for what I did to you?" And I said, "I cannot hate you. Despite what you did, you're still my uncle. And I forgive you." And we both had a cry. We hongied, had a hug. He bought my t-shirt, moved on. People might think, "Oh, what the hell?" You want to be successful, you got to learn what it's like to go back and let go and free yourself. When you see me also, do you see jealousy or no jealousy?
No. I believe every ounce of what you're saying in terms of freedom. Because you always had a free spirit. Every time I would see you.
I had a free spirit because I chose it. I had a free spirit because I wanted it. I had a free spirit because I went out and got it. But I did it for me. I wanted to leave a lasting impression and create my own lane by building my own legacy. I couldn't have built a legacy if I was to follow footsteps of someone else. That's where the problem is for our people with mental health. We tend to follow that direction. We tend to follow that one. That's why a lot of our people take their lives. That's why a lot of our people pick up the bottle, pick up the cigarettes, or pick up the drugs.
What do you say to those, Tihei? Because obviously you've gone through some, and obviously you've been through the wars. You've seen some stuff, and you've experienced a lot of stuff. And so, what do you say to those men? Is that, man, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you don't know you don't know the trauma I've been through. You don't know the struggle. You don't know the pain that I've had to endure. What do you say to those guys? He goes, man, it's hard, and it's really very hard for them to try and forgive. And some of them have gone through some atrocious experiences. How do you get to the point where they go, you know what, I have to let it all go? What would be your words to those men or people in general?
We're all in the same boat. We all come from that world. But it's how much you really want to let go of that world and find your own place in this world. You have the choice to decide what's your future, your fate, and your destiny. Or it's going to be chosen for you. And I know what certain people are going through. I know those challenges. I know those setbacks. I'm not perfect myself. I made so many mistakes, but I'm honest about it. I have people that still hate me. It doesn't bother me because I'm used to it, because I see it every day. It's easy to hate. Hell, I sat down with a young man that robbed me and forgave him. You know why I did it, Mosul? What's more important, dedication or distraction? I sat down with him because I knew what he was going through. He had taken my speaker on a Sunday, and I saw him 2 days later on a Tuesday, but he was so hot-headed. I forgave him, but he was so angry. But it wasn't with me because he was carrying something. And that's what I'm saying, that emotion. And the day after, he brought it back. And I told him to his face, and I want to tell you what I said to that young brother. Like, say, for example, you're that brother that just robbed me.
Yeah.
I just said this, bro, I love you regardless, bro. You're not a bad person, bro. You're just going through a lot of stuff in your life, but you're unable to control it, especially with so much going on in your life, especially when you got this person trying to tell you what to do and they're holding you back. You're better than this. I know you can bounce back from it. And the person was like, I know I can, Tihei. Thank you. And he just had himself a newborn child, bro. So I couldn't hate on him, despite what he did wrong to me. You want to know why I couldn't hate on him? Because we're all going through something. But it's how we deal with our emotions. That's what inspired my t-shirt also. To overcome it, you must confront it. What that means is, are you willing to die for your career? To expand? Man, half of my fans robbed me back in the days. But I'm good with them now.
What the?
But guess why? Because you got to let go. If you're unable to let go of what a bully did to you years ago, then you're not able to walk the straight line. Too many of our people get caught up with distractions and they get sidetracked and they forget about the straight line in front of them. There's that caption. Mental slavery. What is your choice? Too many of our people face mental slavery. They're unable to release themselves from their world. They feel it's like a prison to them. That's why they're trapped.
Jeez.
Like, look at you, Mosul. I can feel the emotions in you.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. It's just, I know what you're saying in terms of letting go. Yeah, but it's hard. Tihei. It's hard for some of us. Because, you still want to hold on to those emotions, or it's hard for you to control those emotions, or you just want to be, like you said early on, be bitter, and then rather let go of all those hurts. Especially our men, that pride and that ego is like, oh man, it's another level, man.
Uncle Jerry taught me not to be bitter, because he was left in the islands at 6 months old. Of Samoa. And what he went through as a man, starting from a young age. Man, I was just grateful in my journey that I met this man. Tim Rapira was the same. Uncle Tame, Wihongi, Uncle Pat. They showed me love. That's all I was looking for as a kid, was love. And that's what drives me to freestyling also. I'm not doing it just to get fame and fortune. I'm doing it because I got so much rage, I want to release it, but in a positive expression. Yeah. And an expression that no one can be mad at. When you got all this rage bottled up, you got a choice to release it in a positive manner or get filtered by negativity around you. Yeah. So with people still thinking about that Tall Samoa game, mate, that game was Sunday, today's Tuesday. Life carries on, mate.
Yeah, back to work, man, back to reality.
Back to life.
Yeah, man.
Back to reality,
man.
See, that song hit. And when Jerome Luai said that line, I'll see you fellas back at work, he was telling people, let go of the game. The game's over, win or lose. The next day, it's back to normality.
Yeah. Yeah, it's It's an interesting one, eh? The whole thing. Maybe it was good timing, Tihei, that you was going to be on the podcast tonight, and share some of that light, because
My old man, he taught me not to be afraid as well. I love my dad now. Him and I, we got a wonderful relationship. My relationship with my dad coming up was just like anybody else's, just like yours, and just like many others. But it's the power of forgiveness that'll let go of that sickness. And when I went to that tangi up north, like I was explaining before, the old fellow was 93 and he had his sons at the marae and at the house. And you know, when you get the toko to stand up and speak, no one talked. Because they were still mamai from their past. And that's where that that's where that loyalty comes in. Loyalty can sometimes eat a person up, where freedom can open a person up and see outside the expansion, the expectations. And when I did a song for him called Close to Me, it was like probably you, let me get, like, for example, your probably apart from your parents, your inspiration were your grandparents or something. And someone that like had an impact on your life also. And you wanted to do a song because you loved them. You did the song out of love because of the love that they showed for you. And in Takao, we have in our Pacific Island community, we got Tongans, Samoans, Niueans, Cook Islanders. The whole nine, baby. Tahiti as well. Yorana. No. So when you can expand your mind, and especially with our white people as well. I ain't got no beef with white people. Man, I lost 2 good friends last year. Now white girls. Rest in peace to Rebecca Cook. Rest in peace to Kim Sabrisky. They were my family. And one of the girls said, family ain't got to be blood related. It's by choice and decision. That's the definition of what family is. You got to go out and make yours. And so when I spoke at her funeral last year, I was just talking because I was emotional because of the impact that she had. Yeah, man, and just life takes you down these crazy pathways, but it's how you get back on your feet and find yourself.
Man, it seems like I know you've gone through some. You've seen some stuff. You've experienced a lot of hardships and struggles. But to see you, and I hope you don't mind us going back to your music, because you're, like you said, positive. Your rap, no profanity in your rap, which is very hard for some rappers to do. Like, oh man. And so when you're out there and you're shedding positivity with your freestyle, how does it make you feel? Because obviously you must bring a lot of happiness or joy, but when you see people like, man, react or respond to you freestyling, what goes through the mind, Tihei, when you see that, and especially when you see the reactions, you're kind of trying to think of the rap or the freestyle. What goes through your mind when you see that, man, people are like, yeah, man, I get this, I like this.
It's like I said before, I sense the emotions. That's what I face. Before I start the rap, and when I do one for someone that just lost a family member, you see them all emotional and crying because it gets to them. It's the words that I say. I'm not a wordsmith. I'm not a lyrical guy. I'm not a wordplay dude. I'm just a guy that talks from the heart. All my freestyle is from the heart. That's what separates me from all the other freestylers. I talk from the heart. It's not trying to say, yeah, the wordplay, boom. I love the rhythm. I love the kick and the snare and the drum. But it also comes from the heart on how you express your story and how you can help that person. I'll tell you a story. Like, one of the ladies, she just buried her dad, and I didn't even know her from a bar of soap. And I asked her, "Can I do a rap for you?" She goes, "Oh, I'm in a rush. I'm in a rush."
Yeah.
She didn't want to hear it, and I said, "It'll make you feel better." Okay, then. And I did her a rap, and the moment I talked about her dad, I didn't even know him either, but I just overheard it. And I just put it in the rap for her, and she just like couldn't stop bawling her eyes out. It's like I said, I sense their emotions. It all comes from the heart. All my freestyles, I have stuttering problems. I have speech impediment. I'm not afraid to be honest about it. People ask me, have I choked before in a freestyle? Hell yes, I have. Sometimes, like when I go too fast and I just kind of turn off, it's like, everybody's like, oh, I didn't expect that from you. Dude, I'm only human. I'm only as human as anyone walking on this planet Earth. We got breathing calculations and all that. It's how you breathe through the nostrils. It's how you breathe. So me stopping sometimes when I'm freestyling and like I never show it to people, but people have seen it. That's what makes me successful. It's not how good I am, but it's the drive that gives me the passion to do it. I might not be like Royce the 5'9" lyrical or Eminem or any of those dudes or like Big Pun. I'm just a plain old guy that talks from the heart. And when I'm in the studio, when I'm recording songs, whether it's a freestyle or written, I remember hearing the saying, if you're good at one thing, you can't be good at the other. But like with my song I did with Devolo, I wrote it down. When I said, on stage as an ages, on the mic I'll be contagious, so courageous for you to pages, through papers of pages, life is outrageous, so let me display this and put it onto your playlist. Like, working with Devolo at the time, I was like, man, I gotta like step up my game and all that stuff. And like, as I said, since high school kid, I choose to pursue this. My originality had others laughing at me automatically. Audacity, capacity takes more than personality. Music is my reality. It's everybody's reality. What the movement is rapping about?
Yeah.
Like, that's reality.
Props to David. Yeah.
Shout out to Luso David, man. Mr. Sick, what he was rapping about. Sid Diamond, Tyree, Poetic, man. Shout out to the Uso Poetic, man. Love him to death, man. You know what I love about the Uso? Not only is he grinding, but he shows the connection of the father and the son love with his child. And with autism comes a lot of challenges. And what he's done with his son, man, I love him to death. And him being on my album last year, salute to him.
Props to Ventry.
And the Doko Rizwan. Shout out to the Doko. Love you, docs. You know what was cool about that day? When we were shooting a video clip at Ventry's old shop in Avondale.
Yeah.
Man, like, I didn't actually know this, but Rizwan was infamous for forgetting his lines. So it took him nearly like half an hour to get his verse done. Oh, man. But also the brother Villa, his partner Annapella, the one that played Tina.
Yeah, Villa, yeah.
Man, Annapella, if you're watching this, seki movie, man, Whawhatai Tele Lava. Yeah. And Manuel Amalanga, to the people who died in that Christchurch earthquake, man, that movie touched me, man, honestly. That's creativity within itself. That the reason she's successful, like, not only her, not only Villa, but all of us, yourself, Ventry, David, Carlos, Sid, myself, everybody. You know why we're successful? Because we're doing it. We're trying it. We're believing in it when some others aren't on the same page. And that's where that jealousy comes in.
Oh, man. No, you get it, man. You get it. I think when people are doing it, you're absolutely right in terms of when people actually step out in faith, give it a go, and not just give it a crack. You always hear that, just give it a crack, but really go, like, just full throttle and just give it a go. And you're right. And I think it's one of the things that when people, the comments, you can hear some of the comments and some of the trolls, the thing is, what are you doing? Are you doing something? What are you doing? Because you're doing it. You're actually doing it. You're putting
Charlotte Dawson killed herself because of the trolls.
Yeah.
She wasn't able to like control it. And unfortunately, damn. But life throws you a curveball in that situation. Very unfortunate, very sad. But like you just saying, the trolls are there for a reason. You know why they're trolling you? Their own insecurities, their own fear. Do you know what fear stands for also? Forget everything and run.
Yeah.
That's what fear stands for. Why do you think that person was hating on the islander and said their race was derogatory? Fear. We have too much fear in us. We're going to let fear die with us. Stuff fear. Live with no fear. But my biggest fans are the gangs. Black Powers, tribesmen, Mongrel mobs, rebels, all the New Zealand gangs. They've all supported me. And it doesn't matter what color you wear, what pet you from. It's about how you engage by interacting with no fear.
And treating people like people.
Yes. We got to, Uso. We have to interact with people that we might fear. If we treat, like, if you and I fear each other, if we didn't like each other, and we had an issue, I was just like, hey, Uso, can we meet up, Barry, so we can talk it out and squash?
Cool, man. Cool. That's the one, man. I hear that. You're absolutely right, man. Bro, you're right. Instead of like, yeah, man, I'm gonna smash him. Let's have a fight.
You know what's gonna happen when you smash a person like that? They win.
Yeah.
The moment you strike them, they've won. That's where that emotion comes in. Learn how to control it before you lose it.
Saving that dark side, eh?
Exactly. Like the majority of our people in prisons. Very talented human beings. Nothing wrong with them. They've just like being caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time. Some of the actions we might not condone, but at the same time, who are we to judge? Nobody's perfect. They are very talented, just like you and I, and also at the camera over here. It's about how you control your emotions and how you never let it affect you. It's like if I could sit down with a young brother that robbed me and talk to him and show him love. You know why I showed him love? Because his family never showed him love. That's why he acted out. And some people in the community were like, oh, bro, let's go visit that fella that robbed you, TA, bro. We're mad. And I said, man, leave him alone. And I explained it to them. You know why you want to go after them? Because you cannot let go of your own self. You carry all that. You carry all that bad energy. You're carrying the pain. You're carrying all this trauma. But you want to release it on someone else that did me wrong. I forgave the person. How come you're not able to forgive your own family? When I said that, the lady just broke down and cried. And I had to hug her. That's where it starts. Forgive your own. Because it starts in the home.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm gauging during our kōrero, man. So in the home, sometimes we don't have the luxury for some of our brothers and sisters. We don't have the luxury of having a father figure or a mother in the home. And so a lot of our whānau, our inga, who don't have dads or who dads are inside, that's a lot of trauma. But you're right. It's man, it takes a strong man or a strong person to forgive some of that mama, or to forgive some of the hurt.
If I could sit down with a man that killed my mum's brother, talk to him straight like you and I are right now, kanohi to kanohi, that's engagement. That's engaging. That's connection. That's building the bridge. Building a relationship. It's not what they've done wrong. You holding on to it is wrong.
It's good,
People
man.
still hate me from years ago. And I love it. Do you know why? Because I
Why?
see them on the regular. But I have nothing but love for them. Because when you're not able to release it, the pain will always increase it.
And it stays there.
Yeah. It stays there because you let it.
Yeah.
It's like when I give people a chance. Like, say, for example, I was shooting a movie tomorrow also. What would your answer be? Would you be interested if I gave you a role?
Yeah. Of course, man.
Do you know what that is? Self-confidence. But too much of our people can't do it, don't know, or it's too hard, or it's impossible, maybe another day. I want to give you some word changes to those terms of those words. When people say can't do it, just say you can do it. When people say don't know, just say I'll try it. When people say it's too hard, no, it's only tough. When people say it's difficult, no, it's a challenge. Life is a challenge. When people say it's impossible, no, it's possible. When people say maybe it's maybe another day, tomorrow's never promised. Mm-hmm. You have to figure out what starts with you is going to end with your decision making and your choices that come with it. Never be a slave to someone else. Be the leader to yourself.
Yeah, man. And it is there's power in the tongue, eh? There's power in our words. There's life and death in our words.
Yes.
And that's the difference. Sometimes we just took ourselves out of it, or I can't do it. You say, I don't know, and you wonder why. Like, and maybe it goes back to some of the insecurities, some of the trauma, whatever experience they've had, and so it is just really debilitating and restricts people to be their authentic selves, or to live out their dreams.
There's a lot of talented people than me, and I'm gonna say this: to all the people that hate me, they're more talented than me. The only difference is I know how to control my emotions. You got to learn what it's like to not let emotions overtake you and override you, and not never use it as an excuse to like hold back your own talent. Your own talent starts within your heart, but your talent comes from God. G-O-D. And that goes for all people. Whether you love me or hate me, it doesn't bother me. I go down the road, people say, I hate you. And I was like, cool. I had an argument with this guy. He comes up, I hate you. And I said, chew that, bro. No, I really hate you. I said, since when? No, I hate you, bro. Oh, for real, bro? Where? And I was saying this, and he had no comeback. And I just like, he was like, bro, I'm not you, bro, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, for real, my bro?
What did he hate you? Did you get an answer, or was just?
I just like, just getting
random.
into his head. I was like, yeah, true. And I gave him that Bill Murray look, because you know how Bill Murray used to do his comedies in the day or so? And he had that straight face like, yeah.
The Groundhog Day. That's pretty why. Yeah, because what? This guy's responding the same way.
Yeah. Do you know why? Not only me, but too many people. But Nelson Mandela, I'll tell you a story. He sat down with a man who tortured him in the prison for 27 years, the warden. And when the warden saw him, he was a bit frozen stuff. He didn't know what to do, but Nelson invited him over for dinner. And he said this: if you hold a grudge, it doesn't make you better. He goes, as I was walking away from prison, I realized if I couldn't release what I went through, I'll still be stuck inside the prison. If you hold a grudge, it doesn't make you better, it makes you weak. If you know how to forgive, it doesn't make you bitter, it sets you free. Don't have yourself stuck inside a prison. That's why I say that term, freedom and loyalty.
And often people think, the literal, the physical prison, but really, the prison.
And the mentality.
Yeah, the mentality.
Like I said, mental slavery and all that. So I wanted my own life. Love to my dad, love to my mom. Rest in peace to my two grandmothers, Nana Francis and Nana Tita Fai. But that was just me. And I even got a relationship with cops. Also the gangs. Do you know why? Because you got to be open. Man, half of my fans are, man, I'll tell you a story, bro. Shout outs to Dion Masters from Kaitaia. January the 7th, 2021, when we buried our little bro. Man, it was tough, man, for the family, especially for my dad. I only cared for my dad. That's why I moved home also, just to look after my dad, because I wanted to be around him. For the last time I never had with him growing up, it was the moment I wanted to be around him and show him, hey, I love you, Dad. I want to be here for you. My dad found him, the little bro. He's my sister's son, my dad's firstborn grandchild. My dad found him. And that's why I work with mental health now, suicide awareness and autism. January the 7th, 2021, when we put him on a truck to go up to Tihei from Waimanoni, all the vehicles from our house and outside the marae went all the way up to Tihei. You know where I went to also? I went straight to the warehouse in Kaitaia and went busking. And one of the customers walked past me when I was busking. Hey, didn't your brother just get buried today? And he goes, yeah. What are you doing here? I just want to try to go forward. And when I was busking, I was holding my sign and having a bottle of water. That was my way of releasing it also. Busking and having a bottle of water with a microphone. And Dion just came up out of nowhere. He was on. He was working at the time, and he just came up, gave me a hongi, gave me a hug, gave me some money. Thank you, my brother. Love you regardless. Man. It's how you interact with people. It's how you deal with fear. Would you run or would you stand? I know with a lot of our people still hate the cops. But in my world, if you survived it with division, you can get along with a patch member. You can get along with a police uniform guy. You can get along with anybody when you keep your mind open and not let emotions bring you down. That's where it all starts, emotions.
Yeah, especially...
No matter right or wrong of a person.
No, you're right, especially when it's unchecked, and we let it, going back to what you were saying, we let it override our logic and rationale. That's so true, man. But also for some of us, very hard to do, and which is it's tough, like you're saying, it's tough and it's sad in some way, because imagine if we were able to kind of control that pride, like there's healthy pride and there's good ego, and positive ego, but sometimes we let that pride and that ego just take us to a whole new ball game, and it's just it causes a lot of distraction, but also devastation as well. So, man, I get you, man. I get you, hard out, man. It's been an absolute awesome to hear your story, snippets of your story. I know there's so much more that we can touch on and so forth, Tihei. And so just getting these little gems from what you're sharing. And so with the music, obviously go back to your ability as an artist and as a rapper, because it is. And you're right, it's not easy. Anyone can just people think, I can do that. I can give me the mic and I'll just bust a few rhymes or memorize something that I've written on paper. But freestyling, man, it's hard. I can imagine it's very hard, and you have to be very quick, witty, and you have to be on point. And I love what you said. Sometimes I've made mistakes because you're human. You're human, and so, bro, the legacy. I'd love to ask legacy. I know you touched on a little bit about legacy. What's the ultimate legacy for Tihei? What do you want to leave behind when it's your time to be called? What do you want to be renowned for?
I want to be remembered as a person who did it and tried it. I went to the Bronx also and shot a video clip in the Bronx. I went to Apollo Theater.
Sure, what? Did you perform there?
Nah, man.
Oh, man, shit.
Nah, but I watched someone get booed. Nah, man. there were freestyle ciphers all over New York also. Like, you know how across the road is only like 10 meters, from here to across the road, In New York City, every 10 meters has a stoplight. I ain't playing with you. And when we went to Washington Square Park, I just seen a whole bunch of freestylers there. I had to just jump in there and just be a part of it.
And you actually collaborate with some of these guys and just rap with them, or you just
we just freestyled. We just my first interaction with freestylers was on Times Square.
Gee, man.
Times Square, man, they just had like a freestyle cypher. Everybody was going in there, just having their moment, freestyling. There was a beatboxer, and there was some guy, he just jumped on there. Yeah, man, I just jumped on the mic. I just drove from LA, but I'm here right now. And I'm like, he didn't even make any sense. But he was in the moment. That's what I'm saying. So when you go over there, a lot of people, like, you have to test yourself against the best.
Oh, yeah, man, for sure.
And
well, how did you go? How did you feel there?
I just say I wish I could have gone with someone that was more better.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
so
the
what?
person that I took, and I'm not I've already accepted what it is. I cannot change what's already happened, but the next time I go over, I have to make better choices for next time. That's all I can say.
Jeez.
And just being in that moment of going to New York, I was tired of, oh, I can't do it, bro. I just don't know. It's just too hard. I'm not able to leave New Zealand. Oh, I just, like, I'm not sure what I want to do with my life. Bruh, you got talent, dude. There's 3 things that come into life. In life, we face challenges. The challenge. As human beings, we have a talent. But the third one that we struggle with, do you know what it is, also? Balance.
True.
Life's a challenge. You're born with a talent, but where's your balance? That's why a lot of our people get caught off guard and get too distracted. They could accomplish anything they put their mind to. You look at Albert Einstein. You look at Michael Jordan. You look at Eminem. You look at Ruben Wiki. You look at Rotatui Vasashik. You look at Mani Fatipai despite his wrongdoing. First person from Aotearoa to win a Rugby League World Cup. Who can say that? Him and also David Fa'alongo.
Yeah. Props to the brothers, man.
Yeah. It's not what you accomplish. It's how you get out there and accomplish it. And it all starts in your heart also.
It's the journey, hey? It's the journey,
the self-belief, the self-confidence, the self-control, the self-respect, self-development, self-growth. Everything all believes in the heart. Why you think Muhammad Ali, the greatest? Because he believed in himself at all times. And what he did by not going to the war in Vietnam,
yeah.
bro, props to him.
What you stand for, you stand on your values, your convictions. Yeah, you're right, man.
Like when I shot my very first video clip on June the 14th out at Aotearoa. Shout outs to Lole Kata and TJ Leo Perea. And Lole is Gingy, Caroline. They're all over in Australia now.
Yeah. Props to the doko.
Yeah. Shout out to our doko. They shot my very first video clip June the 14th, 2014. So I'll forever be grateful to those guys. And that's where confidence starts, is within yourself. Whether you're a podcast creator, a content creator, like you look at the Oos Gang. Man, I love watching those videos, bro. I watched that one with him and Jimmy Jackson, and Jimmy's trying to hide it. Oh, bro, he's right over here, bro. Like, right. Oh, bro, you just snitched on me. That's that content, bro. Yeah. And have you seen that one with Lima Sopianga?
Yeah.
The one on the farm?
He's a good one now. Yeah, that's right,
bro. There was that Indian fella who was sitting on that.
That's right.
And he bought up. And the Mexican fella, Ed, was like, this is a car. And he goes, you're my friend. This is my car. And he had the car started and he got off.
I saw the one recent one with Lima's Sapuanga. I think it was Johnny Tuvasa Shik.
Yeah.
And I forgot his name, the Indian guy, but they were holding the Samoa flag. Yeah, man, Samoa, man. And he goes, what's your flag? He comes with the Indian flag. They're like, what are you doing? what are you doing? So, oh, man.
You know where that comes from also? It's getting out there and having a good time. Like, shout out to love to our friend Terrell Tuffa.
Yeah, Tuffa, yeah.
Bro, do you remember that video that the Cougar Boys did?
Yeah, the Cougar Boys.
And they did that terrorist prank? Well,
did they?
Bro,
what was
solid.
this one?
They had some guy in Australia dressed up as a Taliban or like a terrorist, and he was throwing the bag. Solid. He did it in Otaran bus stop. Yeah. Bro, he threw the bag at these two island boys, and they didn't even flinch. And he took off. And as soon as he took off, he tripped over his shoe.
Bro. Oh, man. You know what that means? They threw the bag. Oh, yeah, sweet, some lunch.
No, but he was dressed up as a tourist just to get the reaction.
Oh, man.
And so as soon as he walked past them, he threw the bag and started running. But as soon as he got off the concrete, ran on the road, he tripped over, and they gave him a hiding. And it was the big guy of Cougar Boys, the big dude. He's like, yo, it's a prank.
Bro, man, those things they work every year, man.
Bro, solid, bro.
Bro, that's just...
You remember that one day? Oh, bro, that was so funny, bro. But like, I like Terrell's one when he pushes that small guy, but once he sees those gang, Fetch 482. Man, shout outs to all our poly content creators out there, man, doing it. Like, shout outs to the brother here, Petty.
Oh, Denton.
Denton. Shout out to Denton. Shout out to Petty. Shout outs to like Fetch 482. Shout outs to everybody just getting out there and doing it.
Yeah.
You know why? Because sometimes life can be so negative, we're only embarked on what the news portray. But when you bring out these contents and you make it so funny and it's so relatable, you feel right at home. And the one when they played the zombies and they were in the Otara Scorpion clothes.
Oh, bro.
Johnny Tui fashion.
Yeah, I saw that. It's just that, was it a movie, kind of like a movie or something?
Yeah, bro, but Uso, that's creativity on the spot, bro. Yeah. Shout outs to Johnny Tui Shek. Love to his brother Roger. And I want to address this, and I'm tired of media saying this crap. Can I say it also?
Yeah, good for him, man.
Shout outs to all the brothers going back to playing for their homelands in rugby league, for whether it be Mate Matonga, whether it be Tō Samoa, by how the media buy into it and they try to turn statistics around. You got to understand what it's like to represent.
Yeah.
If you were playing for Kiwis also, and then would you turn your back on the Kiwis and play for Tō Samoa? What would you do?
Oh man, that's a good question, Uzo. And I think that's a question that I've been contemplating. If why so many of us, you know how it is, eh? And maybe Denton can add to this. You know how sometimes, hey, what are you? And instead of me saying, I'm a Kiwi, I always say, my first initial response is, I'm Samoan.
Yeah.
Like, but are you born in New Zealand? Yeah, but I'm born in New Zealand. But hey, love the country. Aotearoa is my home. Yeah. Love being a Kiwi, proud Kiwi. But yeah, and proud 274, man, home of the brave. But I would always go Samoan. And so, good question. And so, as much as I love being a Kiwi, oh man, it's because it's the heritage, it's the lineage, it's the whakapapa. It's embedded in us when as kids.
Jason, Toi Malolo, Andrew Fafita, Payne Hard, Roger Tui Shek, Dave Fa'alongo, Roy Asatasi, Awan Goodenbill, Efalahami Loaki. What they're doing right now is creating history, but they're also making the Island Rugby League stronger. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you look at Mate Matonga. They beat the Kangaroos. You look at Tō Samoa, they beat England at the Rugby League World Cup in the revenge. Yeah. And you know why they beat them also? Ask me why.
Why?
One of the greatest skills we have as human beings is have we like the potential not in ourselves, but if we believe in one term. You know what that one term is also? Science. when Stephen Crichton did that drop kick, that's science. Science of self-belief.
Yeah.
You see where I'm coming from?
They really believed. They really believed it.
Exactly.
They believed in it.
That's what it is. Science. The science of your like Frank Shamrock, Ken Shamrock's brother. Like he went against a guy named Kevin Jackson, who was Olympic gold medalist for wrestling at 1996 in America, I think it was Atlanta, where Muhammad Ali did the opening ceremony. Frank Shamrock went against him, and Kevin Jackson was a Olympic gold medalist, and he beat Kevin Jackson in 15 seconds.
Belief,
science, yeah.
Self-belief.
Stephen Crichton, when he did that drop kick against England and won the game, science. Science starts with yourself. It's like a number. It's like a ratio. It's like tuning in. Anyone can accomplish anything. When I opened for Africa Bambaataa, I might not like accept what happened over in America, but I got the chance. I did him a freestyle. The godfather of hip hop. Before all this accusation came out about him. So what I'm saying back to like with the growth of Tō Samoa and Mata Matonga now, and Fiji and PNG, it's only going to make the game stronger because the majority of now polys in the NRL is more bigger than what it was in our days. Remember?
Yeah, I know.
But the game has evolved. But I love watching Tō Samoa and Mate Matonga and them play. Why? Because all their players are coming back to play for them. They're turning their back on the Kangaroos or the Kiwis. Kangaroos and Kiwis have been dominating for a long time. But now with the Mate Matonga, Tō Samoa, and all these island teams,
it's making for interesting games now, eh?
It's interesting because I used to be a fan of State of Origin. I'm Queensland to the death. But I love watching Mate Matonga versus Tō Samoa now. It's the best of the best. Toko versus a Uso.
Toko Uso, man, yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, right. And go back to what you asked me the question. Man, man, I would. To be honest, I would if I was if I was a good athlete, and I would choose that because it's just something with it's heritage, but also at the same time, proud Kiwi. But just that pull. But then if you ask me, All Blacks.
You look at
sorry guys, All Blacks. Man, it's just something about the aura of the All Blacks, man. Just I don't know, man.
What I love about the game of rugby now, they're actually letting like international rugby players do the eligibility transfer now. Like Charles Pietau and all them. What they do now to like go back and represent their homeland, Stephen is it Steve Lamb? Those that played for the All Blacks?
Yes. The winger, yeah.
No. Stephen, he was a lock for the Auckland Blues, and he played for the All Blacks.
Is he playing for now?
I forget his name, Stephen.
Stephen
Luas. Oh man, if I remember, he was the All Black lock. Oh man, if I get his name right, if anybody knows.
Oh, is he? What team is he playing for now?
Luatua or something?
Oh yeah, Stephen Luatua. Yeah. Stephen Luatua. Yeah. Yes.
You look at him.
Yeah.
You look at all those fellas. Guess what? If Manu Tuolangi.
Yeah. I heard about that.
Yeah. Imagine him playing for Manu Samoa just before he retires.
Yeah, true.
All 6 sons have played for Manu Samoa.
Tuolangi brothers, yeah.
That can go for any one of us also. Imagine if you played for Tō Samoa. Imagine if I played for like the Kiwis. Imagine if Danton did whatever he got into the music business, the industry now. We can be greater if we choose to be it. But we're only going to fail if we listen to it.
Yeah, man.
Words, people's words hurt us.
I know, man.
Like, say, for example, you come up to me and say, Tihei, you suck. Just say it to me.
Tihei, you suck.
Love you, brother. Carry on.
Yeah, that squashes that, eh?
Yeah. Because they got no comeback to it.
They're not expecting. They're expecting like a rebuttal.
Bro, what did you say? What did you say, Mochi?
Yeah.
Right.
That's cool, man. You just that's true, man. Oh man, Tihei, man, man, I tell you what, man, it's been an interesting kōrero uso. And you know, I guess we can go on and on, but I know I'm also mindful of your time, and I know you're a busy man.
No, I've got a lot of time, man.
Yeah, man.
I just finished my exam yesterday, so I'm sicky ass.
But man,
But
I was wondering if even before we conclude our kōrero, because man, I don't know if we got to beat dancing, because it'd be cool. It'd be cool to have the man, for me, the number one freestyler in Aotearoa, man. You are.
I wish I could say I'm number one, but I'm just proud to say I'm a believer.
Yeah. But so how do you do it? Tia, do you want us to just throw words, or you just give you a word, or do you still like
just
other
give me
freestylers?
something just like from the heart?
From the heart, okay, cool. Okay, just maybe my daughter, I don't know if you met her. Her name is Charlize.
Carry on.
She has Down syndrome. She wants to go to New York for her 21st. And she wants to take the whole whānau. And so that's what we're fundraising.
What's her name?
Her name is Charlize, like Charlize Theron.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah. And so we're fundraising at the moment. And that's her one wish, to go to New York.
I just spoke at the IHC, and to your daughter Charlize, love and respect to your dedication and like your no quitting attitude. Love and respect. You got a wonderful father, and love to your mother too. I just finished talking at the IHC and meeting people with Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, autism, ADHD. It gave me a good insight. So for you, Charlize, this is a freestyle. Let's get it also. The reason I closed my eyes, because as I was autistic, so I was trying to feed in what you're saying.
Man.
Yes. Life can be the purest form. Life can be the purest form. It all starts in your heart once you're born. That's like starting in the home, dedicated to a child with Down syndrome. But we're trying to find a place of peace, dedicated to the daughter named Charlize. I'm on the phone with your old man. I'm in the podcast. This is the program. I know you've had your tough battles, living in the challenges within the shadows. It's like the world that we gotta travel, cause every day, man, it's like a hassle. But when you gotta release it, you can never feel defeated, cause on the inside it's how you think on the outside. Eliminate the pride. You've been through the struggles. You got a proud father who will love you. The best way to do it is just how you talk. The best way to live is more than you walk. The feeling of support. If I can make it, you can make it to New York. Ain't nothing to stop you. Even when you got told by the doctor about your situation. That's a trial, that's a tribulation. Your destination is your dedication. Use it, man. No expectation is needed. Wanna be some flow? Like I said, you wanna take your whānau? That's all you need to do, is back yourself. But what I'm gonna tell you, never attack yourself with a sense of negativity. Just focus on one thing, creativity. It's like a bite in the air. You're right now, you're right in the clear. Too many of our people doubt too much. When you doubt yourself, you feel like you really suck. You're not a suckable person. That's why I say your dream will come first. For your position and me being autistic, that's why we pick it together, not because of our district, because it's reality. Most of us, we battle these mentalities. It's like a battery that ain't included. When we feel like we're not included, like the world doesn't want us recruited. Some people label me stupid, but I'm autistic. I've been through the struggle, I've been through the wars, I've been through the juggles. But if I can make it, so can you. That's what I say, Charlize, make your dreams come true. Peace.
Oh man, mad props to you, man. Also, mad props. Oh man, thanks, Denton. Oh man. Also, man. I tell you, man, she's gonna love that, man. A lot of people are gonna love that. But also, absolute joy, absolute pleasure to have you on the podcast.
I made it onto the Mandate podcast.
Tihei, man, and as usual, right at the end, we always give our guests a gift. And so, I like to do a bit of a sketch, and I did a caricature, a bit of a sketch of who you are, Mauso. And so, on behalf of the Mandate team, this is for you, Maus.
Oh man.
Tihei, man, appreciate your time, man. Appreciate your time, appreciate your talent, appreciate your heart, appreciate your heart and your love, man.
Thank you, Heavenly Father. Man, this is unreal, man. And just when you can get something like this.
Yeah, man. And I thought
You know why I've made it also? You want to know why I've made it?
Why?
To the listeners out there, to the supporters, you know why I made it? Because I had believers, my fans. We made it together. We did it together, and we come up together. This right here, I want to put it up on my wall when I get home. Wanted to say, Whawhatei lava mauso Petty and his partner, Caroline, Danton. I just want to say thank you to everybody that listened to the podcast. Where you love me or dislike me, it doesn't matter. I just want to say thank you for this opportunity. And this is for people out there that want to accomplish their goals. Never say you can't do it until you've been in the moment to do it. Never say you're never going to make it until you've ever actually tried it. Because the wars I've survived is the obstacles that we face every day. The battles, the loneliness, depression. No one's stopping you. It's only you stopping you. I want to say thank you for this portrait. It really means a lot to me. I put this up on my wall. I just finished university and I want to share the story. Can I share it also?
Yeah.
It took me 8 months to pay off the $8,700 to stay at university, but I paid it by busking, self-funding. I want to say thank you to all those that supported. I want to say thank you to all those that donated online and all that. I love you fellas. I know I might be a whore high and all that, but dude, I'm not a quitter. I'll stay to the end if it takes me. Whether I pass a lot of my subjects, it's on me, but if I fail one, I can sit back, I'll consider it again. But the key to life is not quitting. The key to life is not about winning or losing. The key to life is being in the moment to do it. I got 2 projects I'm working on at the moment. I wanted to share this to the Uso. I'm working on my first project. It's called Mindset. And it's a story about how I became a rapper. And the other one is called A Turn of the Night. A Turn of the Night is about a young kid named Clayton. He's lost in the streets of Kaikoura. And he goes down to the skate park, not even realizing someone that he's talking to is actually connected to him. So there's no can't do it's in this world. No don't knows. Let go of them and believe in yourself a little bit more. If the Uso can create this Mandate podcast and get a lot of people on there, what's stopping you? It starts right here in the heart. Kia ora, fams. Whawhatei lava.
Man, appreciate it. Hey, please don't forget to subscribe. And once again, the man himself, Tihei, and so mad love. And also, that track is from a very talented young man. His name is Bradley Busby. Props to you, Uzo, and keep doing amazing work. And so, maro lava soifua, whaftai te lava. Thank you.
Whaftai lava, manuela aso.
Band-Aid.